Did I tell y'all about Troy's mama? What did I tell you about her? I said that we needed her on this show. Ain't that what I said? Go back and look at my last video. Honey, when I tell you, Karen came up in there and cut all the way up. No panties in church. No panties in church. What she said. I didn't pack no drawers on this day. I got my coochie spray. That's all I needed. There is no panties in church. Off the top of the dome. Don't come in here playing with me. Let's get it popping. Welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another recap of Love After Lockup. Last night's episode was pretty daggone good. Honey, I laughed and I had tears coming down my eyes. And y'all know why. If you seen the beginning, the intro, you know why. But all in all, it was a pretty good episode. But I have a little bit of announcement. If you don't follow my Instagram, if you did not see my post on my community wall, come back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be live interviewing Leticia, okay, from Love After Lockup. Okay, so y'all come and support your girl. I don't ask y'all for much. I really don't. But if you can, I want y'all to light that comment section up. I want y'all here live at 6 p.m. if you can. If not, you can always catch the replay. Because, honey, nothing's off limits. We'll see, okay? All right, I'm a little bit nervous, but, honey, I know I'm going to get through it, child. Leticia been real cool in the, DMs, and so we're going to have us a good old time. And yes, I will be asking some questions. I sure will. But if y'all have some questions for me to ask, leave them in the comments, and we'll get it popping, child. I sure will, honey. Honey, I was always told a closed mouth don't get fed. Okay? Now, let's start off with Leticia. Leticia, come here. Come here, Leticia. Now, who is this paralegal you done found? Because I know my eyes wasn't playing tricks on me. I know this man Ben, who is a paralegal. I know he was not sitting on my good old television with no upper teeth. Did I see that right? Did he not have no tooth in his head? Y'all let me know. Or did he have baby teeth? Because I don't think that man had an upper tooth. Now, how you sitting in an office, wink, wink, with no top teeth? Talking about you a paralegal and you're going to try to get Keith out of prison. Even though he was also incarcerated. Because, see, he said himself, that's how he got out. Because, see, he put his work to use. He said that he's done got out 40 to 50 inmates. That he knows what he's talking about. Is that right, Mr. Ben? Paralegal, because I'm going to need your credentials. Because, see, if you printed out your credentials on a copier machine when you was incarcerated, that don't mean you're a paralegal. Because, honey, Ben had the nerve to say this. He says that he is, that he was doing all that he could do to get Keith out of prison. He said that he has been materious. Negro, what? Materious? Did you mean meticulous? I'm just asking. Because materious, if I'm saying saying it right. If that's what I think, that's what you said. Meticulous means something totally different than meticulous. See, I think, Mr. Paralegal with no upper teeth, I think you meant meticulous. Now see, Leticia, at that point is when you should have stood up, give him a good old cussing, and said, we will no longer need your services. Because then he had the nerve to, mess with all this paperwork, fidgeting all around. He was hemming and hawing, not making any sense whatsoever. And then he come talking about, here's the paperwork I filed yesterday. Did he say he just filed that paperwork yesterday? Excuse me, she paid you $1,000 and you just now filing paperwork? Leticia, if you didn't get up out that office, wink, wink, ain't nobody's office. So then she was like, this is some information that, the public defender should have told me about, should have been doing it. He was like, no. See, the public defenders are overworked and underpaid. They don't care nothing about Keith. See, I do. I care a lot about Keith. This is why I'm trying to help you, get him out. Boy, Ben, if you don't go somewhere and sit down on some hot tacks, you can't even get the wording right. You can't even get the verbiage right. Talking about, what was the word, y'all? Meticulous. Ugh. So anyway, Leticia is just too done. Okay? She is stressed out. All right? Personal issues. Financial issues. Did y'all hear that producer? Producer said, can you talk about your business? She said, no. Leticia says, I ain't talking about it. Because as we know, okay, a lot has been said on the internet about Leticia's finances. Okay? Several things. So, Leticia said she didn't want to talk about it. So Leticia met up with her homegirl, and they started crying, and Leticia says she's going through it. She is stressed. She is over it. She says that, the times financially has been hard. She's trying to pay Peter to give the Paul, and she's looking after her kids. She's looking after Keith, putting money on his books, taking care of her employees, taking care of her business, and everything is just a hot mess. Things are not falling into place, and she done got herself in a financial bind. Well, let me tell you something, honey. You done wasted $1,000 on Ben. Okay? And then she was telling her homegirl, she was like, I need to get rid of Ben and I need to hire me an attorney. Yes. You need to hire you a legitimate attorney that specializes in that kind of stuff. Not an ex-inmate who was up there in the prison library talking about he know what he's talking about. Honey, he just got your $1,000 and that was it. We know one thing, he didn't go to the dentist. That's what we do know. Let's move on. 10 seconds. Julian and Christine, apparently they love doing the bump and grind. He's been breaking off her back, several times. But see, Christine don't really feel comfortable in the town that she's in. I think that's where she grew up. She has a terrible relationship with her mother. Her mother has custody of, I think, her oldest child or one of her children, child. She said she got duped by her mom. Okay? Her mom gained custody of her child, under nefarious means. And honey, she has been resentful and mad towards her mama ever since, child. So, it's time to get up, get ready, and they wanted to give a gift to the son, and they put the gift on the porch, and she's upset. She says that the reason why she, went down the path of narcotics or substance abuse, which led to her robbing banks, is because she got hooked on prescription medication. She had scoliosis in her back. And the pain was just so bad that, of course, they prescribed her pain medication, and they were prescribing her all kinds of pills, and she was taking them, and she got addicted to them. So, Julian said what's really messed up is that that her mom is doing her wrong. Side note, Julian's family don't know that he's dating a felon. Okay, he says that the reason why he haven't told his family about Christine's background is basically it ain't none of their business. Okay, he says, listen, it ain't none of their business. I don't need to be telling them about, my girl's background. Okay, what you don't know won't hurt you. But Christine said he embarrassed me. I'm getting that. I think he embarrassed of me. And that ain't cool, child. Because, see, you need to tell your family about me, all of me, everything about me. If you say that you want to be with me and you love me, why ain't you told them yet? Julia, is that right? Are you embarrassed of Christine out here robbing banks? Huh? I'm sure that's going to come out later on. Child, let's move on from them. Ope and Arthur. Okay? Now, Arthur is out with his mom. I like this conversation. I liked it a lot. His mom feels guilty. His mom says, I'm a single mother and I had to work. And she said that she worked 16 hours a day sometimes. Okay? She was a nurse's assistant for years. And she said she had to put food on the table. But while she was working all the time, she missed out on some important parts of her, children's life. Arthur's, life. Okay, and she felt like that if she, was there more, maybe Arthur would have went down another path in life. So she feels guilty about that. Arthur says that he completely understands that his mom, had to work. She was single. Okay, and he says that he feels guilty about her feeling guilty for working. He said he was 17 years old. He wanted to rebel. Okay, and it all went down about laundry. He said that his mama told him to do the laundry, get the laundry done. Okay, hard head makes a soft ass. And so Arthur said, man, F that laundry. I'm going out here in these streets. I don't need that laundry. That laundry can wait. So 17-year-old Arthur, instead of doing the laundry, he went out there and he started doing some illegal things. Can you imagine being 17 years old and you're in jail? I couldn't imagine. Shouldn't he be wasn't that high school? I couldn't imagine 17 years old. Y'all know what I was doing at 17 years old? I was working at Little Caesars. That's what I was doing. I sure enough was. Pizza. So I couldn't imagine, just going down that, path. But like he said, he was rebelling and, he done got the crying child. And he says, if only I would have did that laundry. If only I would have did that laundry, I wouldn't have got in trouble. And then he said his last stint is because he was helping his homeboy out. So his homeboy wouldn't end up unalived. And then it backfired. Honey, loyalty is something else, okay? Be loyal to the real ones, okay? Now, your homeboy done got himself hemmed up, and you trying to be that friend, and then you ended up getting hemmed up. Honey, if your homeboy would have got a stomp down, or he would have been unalive, cry about it later. Cry about it later. I'm sorry, y'all. That may be harsh, but ain't no way I'm going to go to prison for my homegirl. It ain't happening. You get yourself in that situation, then you're going to have to worry about the consequences. Don't be calling sass, talking about Leticia about to beat me up. You better learn to fight. Only thing I'm going to say is put some Vaseline on your face and tie your hair up. What you talking about? I mean, so here he is up in prison for so-called, from his words, helping his homeboy out. Child, never ever me. No. So then the mother brings up him going to Vegas. And she says, listen, I want you to come home with me. He was like, Ma, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay here with Hope. She was like, why? He was like, because, you know, that's my girl. All right? She said, you need to come home to us because what if something goes down between you and Hope? What if she gets you in trouble? Okay? What if that happens? And you end up back in jail or prison because you messing around with her. What if y'all get into it? He was like, Ma, I'm not going to put myself in that position. See, I'm not going to get myself in trouble dealing with Hope. Let's go ahead and skip forward. Now, y'all told me, I haven't really read up on it or looked at any videos about it. Y'all told me the reason why Arthur is back in jail is because Hope pulled, there was some type of verbal incident. They got into it. Something happens. And Hope pulled out a bang bang. Okay? And Arthur gets in trouble because he had a weapon, or he got the weapon, or there was some type of drama going on. Anyway, Arthur got in trouble because of Hope. Because y'all said Arthur's mama commented on some videos saying that Hope was a catalyst to the reason as to why he's in jail. Now, of course, y'all let me know in the comments the real deal, because like I said, I haven't done much research on it, so y'all tell me, but I think that's the gist of it. It was some type of domestic dispute went on. And the mama said Hope was the cause. Arthur in jail, y'all. Anyway. So Arthur goes home. It's midnight. Hope said, where you been? I done cooked for you. I'm waiting up for you. This is not good. And so Arthur was like, my bad. I'm thinking, y'all, man, why don't you just call her? My mama, it's taking a little bit longer than I thought. I'm going to be a little bit later. You know, we're just having a good time, just here spending time with my mom. Now, if you just would have did that, Arthur, Hope would just be mad. But at least she knew that you were still with your mom and that you were going to be late. You mean to tell me you was with your mom this whole time and you couldn't send her a text? You just gonna walk in the door at midnight? Honey, Arthur going through it, child. So anyway, he was like, my bad, you know, I'm sorry. And honey, Hope said, this is unacceptable. And then she slams the door. Let's move on. We gonna talk about it? Okay. Shante, do you want to know why you're on the side of the road having a breakdown, crying, snot flying? Do you want to know why? It's because you have not unleashed onto truth like you should. Okay? See, you're keeping it in. See, what you should have did is cuss him, although I mean not just a little cutesy, oh my God, screw you, F you. No, I'm talking about a good old southern country, flat foot, slew foot, cussing out. Have his ancestors shaking. That's what you you should have did. And then, did y'all peep this? She left. She left the Airbnb that she paid for 7 days. Well, she's only been there for 3 days. She left. Absolutely not. Okay. So you mean to tell me you leave so True can stay there and kick it? So he got 4 free days. When I tell you I would have ended up on the news. When I tell you all the neighbors would have been on their front porch. So we have True. True is at the gym with his sister, and who comes in? Tisha. Now, Tisha had been in communication with True while he was incarcerated. Okay? But she ain't never met True. And honey, wasn't she feeling herself? You ain't never met this man, but you would have thought that she done met him several times. She was all up, hugging up on him, touching up on him, flirting with him. She was this close from kissing him. And so True was like, no, I got a girlfriend, can't be doing all that. I'm good. And so Tisha was like, listen, okay, I'm here, you here, what's up? And so True was like, I'm involved, I got a girlfriend, she was like, well, where's she at? And so she's really putting it on thick. And so he was like, you know what? It may be something with her, she's out of a relationship. She got something with her. I'm not really even down with this. Okay, I have a girlfriend at home. Kiki, ha ha. So of course True, who really think he the man. See, that's the thing. See, True think he really cute. True think that he's walking around here like the Black Hulk, who can just get every female that he want, even though he ain't got no car, no job. But he can just get anybody. See, that's the issue. So he goes back home. Here is Shante on the couch. Ain't been nowhere, ain't done that. Shante, have you even eaten? We haven't even seen you eat anything. But let me tell you something. We seen True's big ass. He done ate everything. Have you been keeping hydrated? So here comes True. What's up? How you doing? She said, where have you been? You have been gone all day. Haven't heard from you. What's up? And he says, what are you talking about? I've been to the gym. And then I went out to lunch. Y'all, did he bring us something back? Twice. He's done went and filled his belly and didn't bring her nothing back. And so she was like, you wouldn't let nobody know. She says, listen, I thought that maybe we could go somewhere, do something. Because see, that was True's main point. True's whole point of this is Shantae's boring. Shantae's a homebody. Shante don't want to do anything. Because see, he wants to be outside. Now that Shante is saying, okay, I want to do something. I want to go somewhere. Now, instead of True saying, bet, let me go ahead, let me take a shower, let me put a do-rag on my head, let me put a cap up to here up on top of my head, let me get cleaned up, and we're about to bust this town open. We're going to go get something to eat. We're going to go to the movies. We're going to go, wherever. Okay? Give me 15 minutes. That's all he could have said. He should have been excited that Shante wanted to go somewhere. Because see, that's what he's been bitching about this whole time. But oh no, here's True. Well, I want to be outside. You know, you don't want to do anything. You don't want to go anywhere. Okay? So, it just ain't going to work out. So, instead of True taking her somewhere, going somewhere, they break up. True breaks up with Shante. And so Shante is just, she's done. Okay? She is done. She done got upset. She goes to the bathroom. She's cried. Then she goes to her bedroom. She starts packing her clothes. And y'all, when she started packing her clothes, I was like, why are you packing your stuff? He should be packing his stuff. So here is Shante getting her stuff. And Shante has already said that she done spent time with True when she could have been spending time with her kids and grandkids. Shante is a grandmother at 35. Y'all, did I read that right? Is it 35 or 45? Shante, a grandmother at 35 years old. I mean, it can happen. I know a girl who had her first child at 14. So you most definitely can be a grandmother at 35, and Shante is. Y'all let me know. It was 35, right? Child. So then here is True. True don't care nothing about that child. Nothing. True can talk about, just so you don't think I was using you. Do you think I was using you? She was like, what? Do you think I was using you? Shante was like, leave me alone, True. Leave me alone. And he says, well, just so you don't think I was using you, here's $1,000. So he pulls out $1,000 because he's been saving up money when he was in prison. He come pulling out $1,000, and then he handed it to her. She said, I don't want your money. He said, here, take it. I don't want you to think I was using you. She said, I don't want your money. And so he starts putting it into her luggage. $1,000? Oh, okay. So that's supposed to make everything okay. Okay. Even though she done gave you thousands of dollars, allegedly, you're going to give her $1,000. And then how about when he was in that bathroom talking to Shante, and he come talking about, you know what, the reason why I think that you didn't want to come see me because you didn't want me to know what you look like. You didn't want me to really see you. So when you say it, True, are you saying that you think Shantae's ugly? Is that what it is? Boy, when I tell you I would have taught this shit. You gonna stand there in that bathroom, look at me to my face, and tell me that the reason why I didn't come see you is because I didn't think that you would find me attractive. That's basically what he said. Am I wrong, sisters? But see, you seen pictures of her, even though they were filtered. You seen the resemblance of her. But that's what you said that she was doing. Maybe. But you could have said it another way, True. True, you are just, oh my God. So then Shante was like, get up out my face. Get up out my face, True. So she is steady packing. She is crying. She is upset. She says, you know what? She says, I have dedicated my life, my past 3 years to True. And he treated me like this. People told me not to get involved with him. I didn't listen. And here I am, looking like a fool on the stool, embarrassed. Just embarrassed. I have synced everything into True. And then she says that she ain't got no job. She's in the car. And then True says, I think you played me. I think you used me. For what, Biggums? For what? What did she use you for? And that's what Shante said. Shante said, what? What did I use you for, True? How did I play you? He stood there and for my time.
Shut up, girl! Shut up!
Boy, Shante is a good one. Shante is a good one. See, just these 2 episodes alone, I cannot believe Shante and Truth are still in a relationship. Now, Shante, this man done looked you in your face and said that you misrepresented yourself. He said that to you. And then he said you played him. Because see, Truth think he real cute. And now y'all are still together. So Shante said, get out my face. Get out my face. Truth just standing there. He actually said that. So Shante, she finally leaves. He goes back to the free Airbnb, calls his sister and said, I just broke up with Shante. So the sister said, F her. That's what the sister said. F her. And then he had the audacity, the nerve to say that when he seen Tisha made him realize that other things are out there. That's what made him break up with Shante. That's part of it. That's the majority of it. Because he seen Tisha. Shante, I mean, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. 3 days. And he already done broke up with you. Done broke off the engagement. Then he's trying to throw $1,000 at you. Let's move on. Joey, what's wrong with you? Now, you all, didn't we hear Joey say that he was ready to be a father? That he couldn't wait to be around the kids, and he's excited to meet Kim's sons, and, you know, he want to be a dad to them. Didn't he say that? You mean to tell me you couldn't handle 2 boys on Christmas morning? Joey had a nerve to say that the boys overwhelmed him and he was stressed. It's Christmas morning. The boys are ready because they're children. They're young boys. Of course they're excited for Christmas. And they was real excited to see all those gifts lined up that cost $318. And the bike. So of course they were happy, excited, screaming, yelling, running around. Because they're children, you idiot. But that overwhelmed Joey. That stressed him out. So Kim says, you know what? I got something for you. Merry Christmas. And she done got Joey a whole vehicle. Sure did. A vehicle. And what did Joey do? Honey, Joey went up in there, put on his blue baseball hat, done put on some clothes, kissed her goodbye, and said peace. That's what Joey did, honey, an hour after he received that vehicle. He was on the phone texting. Who you talking to? Who you texting, huh? Nobody. What are you talking about? I ain't texting nobody. Hey, I just got me a vehicle. What time is it? I'll be there in an hour. She done got me a vehicle, and them boys are getting on my nerves. I'll be there in 30 minutes, Let me get the hell up out of here. So she got a tracking device on the vehicle so she can keep up with Joey. She don't understand how Joey can leave on Christmas morning within an hour of getting a vehicle. And she's upset by this. Really? Really? Oh, okay. Okay, Kim. She worried about where he at, what he doing, whom he with. So Joey said that he just needed some air. He just needed to get out. He just needed to ride around, drive around. You could have did that on the porch. You could have just stepped outside and said, let me get some air. These kids, boy, they getting on my nerves. Let me just step outside, not drive 30 miles. And honey, he was real comfortable behind the wheel, wasn't he? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. So he's riding around Eden, North Carolina. And y'all, the places that he was riding around, I've been. When he went down little Main Street, when he was going down the street, when he was talking about that's where people buy the crack. I've been down there. That's where the little movie theater was. It's a little shopping center. And then you go to, it leads to a big four-way. And that's where Moorhead Hospital is. And I know where all that stuff. I told y'all. My old stomping grounds, child. Eden. Okay? Eden is a very small town. But anyway, honey, I was loving that. I was like, child, I didn't care nothing about what Joy was saying. I was just looking at the outskirts. I was like, I know where that's at. I know where that's at. Oop, I've been there. Now, listen, don't get it effed up. I had no idea that's where the people was buying the narcotics. I definitely didn't know that, child. But anyway, so Joey is just saying that, you know, when he was younger, he felt like that he should have been a street pharmacist because it was glorified. Okay? You know, he thought he was it. In order to have money, you had to be a street pharmacist, and he got caught up in that kind of life. He also talked about his best friend who was unalived during a car wreck where he was racing at night with no lights on, and he crashed into a pole, and so he passed away. So he was talking about that hurt him. He says that he have seen things that maybe he shouldn't, you know, have seen, you know, at a young age, in and out of prison. So anyway, Joey, get yourself together, child. You got some growing up to do. And if you want to be somebody's father, then it's time for you to grow up. Okay? Because if you can't handle a Christmas morning, you're not going to be handle much of anything else. Child, let's move on. Last and most definitely least, the piece of the resistance. We got Z and we got Troy. Bravo. Bravo. So we have Z, who is nervous, okay? She is a little cautious about Troy's mama coming to visit. Even though, Z, you took it upon yourself to invite this woman after Troy told you. Because, see, you want Troy and his mom to have that relationship. Then you proceed to tell us that Troy's mama done kicked you out of her house when you went to go visit. Z, are you okay? Is that ponytail a little too tight? Because if somebody kicked me out their house, you ain't got to worry about them stepping up in mine. So here comes Karen. That's her name. Troy's mama is Karen. You know who I think of when I think of Karen? Do y'all remember Mob Wives? Y'all, when I tell you that was my show. And do y'all remember when Drita went to meet up with the other girls? When they had that tell-all set down and Drita came in like a bull. She dropped her pocketbook and she said, "Get up, Cowan. Cowan, get up. Get up, Cowan." And then Drita proceeded to beat Karen's ass. Do y'all remember when Drita beat Karen's ass outside? And Drita was straddling Karen. Bah, 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 bah. Honey! Drita had hands. Now see, the only time, y'all, I get back to love after lockup in a minute. The only time when Drita got one up and she got it, it took two of them. It took Karen and Karen's homegirl. That's the only way they got Drita. But honey, Drita, I love Mob Wives. I love Drita, child. But anyway, get out, Cowan. Get out, Cowan. So we have Karen. Out of the gate, she was on 10. She was on 10. She came in loud, cursing up a storm. She was just talking. That's all she did. And so here is Troy like, oh Lord, just oh Lord. He was like, I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you, Z. Z's mortified. Z was like, oh my God, what is she saying? So then it's time to have, dinner. And see, prior to that, the only thing Karen was talking about is that baby mama. Karen kept talking about, what was her name, y'all? Did I write that down? Fiona? Fallon? Y'all, what was the baby's mama's name? Yona. Okay? Or is it Yana? Anyway, honey, Yana. Karen kept bringing her up. She done called this woman the B word. She's calling the mother of her grandchild the B word. One thing about Troy said no. Troy said she been good to that boy. She has been there for him when I wasn't. You be talking about her like that. Then here comes Karen. Karen said, well, I guess she has been a good mother. But see, Karen, what we know about you is that you haven't. See, what we do know is that you wasn't a good mother. That came out your son's mouth. Didn't come out my mouth. It came out your son's. He said that you was a no good mother. So who are you to talk about Yana? Why are you calling her out her name like that? When your own son said you wasn't shit. Again, I didn't say that. Your boy did. And Troy had every right to take up for her if she is in fact taking care of the son like she should. Or is it a daughter? Whatever, the child. So here is Z in her feelings. Z said, you know what? She don't like me. Talking about the baby's mother. The baby's mother don't like me because, see, the baby mama, according to Z, wants Troy. Okay? She wants Troy and she wants Z out of the picture. But see, the mother, Karen, keeps bringing her up. She keeps talking about her. She keeps bringing her up. And she was like, why does she keep bringing her up? It's ticking me off. So now Z is getting mad because Yana is getting more conversation than she is. So they're eating and they're talking and it was just going on and on. And so Z gets mad with Troy because Troy ain't checking his mom like she thinks that he should. So here is Karen. Y'all, when I tell you Karen got on that couch, honey, they didn't give her no sheet. They didn't give her a fitted sheet. They didn't give her at first a pillow. They just gave her one of them little throws. And she had on her clothes, y'all. I was like, you ain't got no pajamas? Okay. So then here is Troy trying to talk to Z. Z wasn't having it. And then Troy ended up on the couch. I said, Lord have mercy. So here is Karen. Karen said, what's her problem? What the F is going on? What's her problem? And so he said, Ma, I guess she's upset because you keep bringing up the baby mama. Okay, I'm going to sleep. I'm tired. I'm not dealing with this. Okay, just go to sleep. And so here's Karen. Karen said, well, why she mad then? Okay, she mad. That's why you're on the couch. But see, that was just day one. And then it's the next day. Now Z, she's still upset, but then she thought maybe she overreacted a little bit in kicking Troy to the couch. But she's still a little cautious about that mama. Because that mama's mouth is reckless. Y'all, when I tell you I never laughed so hard in my life. Honey, Karen was on 10. It's time to go to church. And so Karen done put her on a little black dress, and then she announced to everybody in the house that she ain't got no panties. She said, I ain't packed no panties, I ain't got no drawers. Is that acceptable to go to church with no panties? What if I get the Holy Ghost? What if I get up in church and the glory? Hallelujah. And I lift my legs up and everybody gonna see my Pikachu. Now, you are a woman of a particular age, and you're telling me that you packed a bag to your son's house and you didn't pack no drawers. You are unhinged, lady. And I'm loving every bit of it. Now, don't get it effed up. I'm loving it. Because, honey, this is what I needed to see, child. I ain't never in my life. And so she going around the city several times. And so Troy is like, my dear God, what in the world? Ma, shut up. And so here's Z in the bathroom getting ready. And Z is like, did she say she ain't got no panties? So then Mama, Karen kicked it up the notch. And she said, oh yeah, I took my daily medicine called gummies. I took 2. You want some? He said, Mama, why did you take 2 gummies before going to church? She said, I need. She said, I was about to take 3, but then I thought about it. Y'all, when I said not only she going to church with no panties, she going to church high. I need to meet her. I need to meet Karen. Then it was the piece of the resistance. She ain't got on no drawers. She done took gummies. Then out her mouth in front of her son, she said that she got her coochie spray. And I quote, you didn't pack no drawers, but you sure no pack that coochie spray. Because she said she don't want to be in church and get a whiff or something. Boy, when I tell y'all, I had tears rolling down my face. I was laughing so hard. Oh, she brought it. So after I played that, oh my God, so good. So it was time to go to church. And so, oh, by side note, cute outfit, Z, that green, cute little shoes, she looks cute. Troy looked good too. So then they driving down the road. The mama is talking inappropriately. She's talking about how his father wasn't no count and how he was screwing, you know, her while being involved with the relationship. Honey, it was just a mess. Very, very, very inappropriate conversation. Why do you want to talk like that in front of your son and your daughter-in-law? Honey, she didn't care. She had no filter. So they get into that church. Now, I don't talk about attendance at anybody's church. I'll leave it at that. So they in the church and the daddy is preaching and the mama is up there saying a word, and honey, those gummies done kicked in. And baby, Karen is cutting a shine in that church. She is laughing. She can talk about your daddy is a comedian. Ha ha! Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Daddy Z up there making jokes. Ah ha ha! Honey, I was dying laughing. I said, oh my goodness, honey, she was cutting all the way up, just acting a fool up in church. What about when they was riding up to the church? And she said, oh, okay, so the church is in the hood. Oh, Lord. And then when she was getting ready, when they were about to leave y'all, I know I'm all over the place, but I'm just thinking about this. What about when they were ready to leave and she was sitting on the couch with the headphones? Lord, she had a walkie. I said, no, she did have the walkie. What do y'all think she was listening to? Oh, Lord. Anyway, y'all, that's it. I've been talking here long enough. This is a long ass video. But anyway, y'all said y'all like the long videos. But anyway, to my new subscribers, welcome to the family. And y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends,